Hi everyone, this is Laura and happy Friday. Welcome to my channel. I'd like to take this moment and opportunity to welcome my new subscribers. I have had a few new subscribers of late and I just wanted to welcome them to my channel. I will be sharing with you a design team project for Diemond today. If my voice seems rather if it seems like I have a ball of cotton in my mouth, I do. So please excuse my pronunciations because I had a wisdom tooth in the back and it's giving me a little problems. It cut into the gums in the back of my mouth. And it does have to be pulled, but I have a little bit of a flare up, so I have some cotton in the back of my mouth to try to keep the it's almost like I bit my gum in the back and it's a little tender, so please excuse me for that. So yeah, so happy Friday to everyone. As you may or may have not heard yet, I recently received 4 new dies from Diamond Dies. They have launched 4 new dies, and I am super excited in particular about this absolutely amazing heart die, and it is a very intricate dyed but cuts like super easy, super sweet. And guys, I am not kidding you, this cuts like butter. This is actually the first heart dye I received, and I'm gonna tell you, shortly after I received this, I had purchased some heart dyes from a different company, which I'm not gonna disclose in this video. And I did receive it, and they're gorgeous as well. They're pretty, but one of the things that I was super happy about with my diamond die was that it was a lot more larger than these other dies that I purchased. It was also a lot cheaper than these other dies that I purchased. And when I actually cut out the heart, the pieces, which are the little bits and pieces, if I go like this and I tap down on my heart, they all come out super fast except for the tiny little holes, which is just quite a few. I noticed with my other dies, once I ran it through my big shots, they don't clean so easy. So that's something else to think about with these awesome, I know they're made out of steel. They're also made in the US, which is something that I want to consciously try to make a bigger effort to support our companies. Anything that's made in the USA, I would like to try to support that a little bit more. Um, and I'm going to start doing that with my stamps as well. So yeah, so I wanted to do something with this die in particular. And I also used my Nature's Flourish die, which is brand new. And also the nesting label die one, which is also brand new. And again, a gorgeous die to play with. And that is this one right here. And I also use my Monarch butterflies, both the small and the large, from my project, which you will see. Now, for the new releases, they are all on sale right now at the diamonddies.com store. So if you guys want to go over and check that out, please do remember that any orders with $25 or more will receive free shipping. And if you use my coupon code, which is Thanks Laura, which I will also have in the description box below, you will receive 10% in addition to the items that are already on sale, in addition to free shipping if you purchase more than $25. So please do take advantage of that. I do not know how much longer we're going to have these friendship and coupon codes. So you might want to go over and treat yourself to a nice little Valentine's Day present. Tell hubby he already bought you a gift. Go on over and buy some dies. That's what I did, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a bad enabler. So here's my project. And some of the stamp sets that I used for this layout was by Seven Gypsies, and these are my much older stamps, but my much loved stamps. It's this one here, and I also used this one here, and I love these stamps. So let me share with you my project. Before I do get into this layout, I just wanted to bring your attention real quick to this little geisha girl image. Geisha, I'm sorry, geisha or geisha. Um, this little image right here, this is a CT design image. And the reason I'm bringing such special attention to this is we received another 8 inches of snow the day before yesterday, and my children were home from school again. And I really wanted to finish this layout. I have been working on this layout on and off for the last couple of days, and my daughter was extremely bored, and she started, oh, I'm so bored, I'm so bored. So I told her, why don't you color an image? And now, guys, my kids are really not into scrapbooking. I mean, not at all. My girls have no desire, but, and she's really, I guess because they're not into it, they're not what I would say like really great colorers. Like they just love to color, but it's almost, I don't know how to explain it except they just do it to get it done and over with. It's not like they put their little hearts into it. But this time she did, and she really surprised me. She colored her in, and she did such a sweet job. And then she tells me, Mommy, look, I did her, and I'm so proud of her. Um, wouldn't it be nice if you could use her in one of your projects? And that's what got me to start this layout, because bless her little heart, she just wanted me to be proud of her little girl. And she just wanted me to use it. And I told her, you know what? I promise you, I'm going to make something where I can put your little girl in my project. Now, Alicia, of my two twin girls, she is the one that will help me with my die cuts when I'm going to send some to friends, because I can't always turn the big shot handle. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And so she helps me a lot. So I just wanted to thank my little girl for adding this in and to give her credit for that, because this was not me. This was her. The only thing that mommy did was I added a little bling here and I added a little bling here. And I did ask permission from her if I can do that first. And these little liquid pearl dots in the flowers, that was me as well. And here on these flowers. Other than that, everything else was Alicia. Um, I That's all I did. So thank you, my little girl, for your part in that. And she will be watching this video because she's gonna keep me honest and make sure that I mentioned that she was the one that colored that in. So what I did to start for my layout was I took some papers that I had in my stash, and these are from my mind's eye, and it was one of the very, very old Valentine's Day collections. I thought I kept one of the papers here, but it is really an old, oh, here it is. It's an older paper collection, and it's called Love Notes by Making Memories. It wasn't even my mind's eye. It was Making Memories, and it's called Love Notes. And then this that was the this red and white polka dotted designer paper that I used as the background paper. And then this red die cut paper here, this was from my stash. I believe this is by Imaginance, but I'm not absolutely sure about that. A lot of these papers that I used for this layout were extremely old papers that I just happen to have in my stash. I used some Stampin' Up! Red and white polka dot papers as well here and here. And underneath that as well over here, which I kind of covered up so you can't see right now. After I put those papers down, what I did was I took this very antique but much loved and much used swirl set of mine, and I'm not even sure who makes this because I've had it for so long that I actually lost the cover. And what I did was I just stamped out in black um, in the background, and I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but you can see all these little swirls, and I just did that all over. I just went Stampin' Happy, and you can see some of the swirls there and over here and in there and over here, and I just stamped across the page. To the top corner here, and I'll start out here. I used one of these metal pieces. Now this was a very bronzy color metal piece. I wanted it to be black, so what I did was I used my rub and buff. I have in patina and black, and I used the black one on this. And as you can see, in some places I didn't use it a lot because I didn't want it to look distressed. So I did that, and then I just added a little red bling on top of that. Here I have the large and the small monarch butterfly, and underneath the butterflies I have these black vine swirls. That is one of the newer dies. That's this one right here by Diamond Dyes, and this is called the Nature's Flourish, which is also on sale right now. And I just wanted it to look like a vine was draping across the page, and that the little butterflies were resting on the vine. I added some bling in red, two different kinds of bling here on the butterfly's wings, and I also used a little heart-shaped bling from my stash to the center of both the small and the large butterfly. Next to that is where I put my little girl's image that she also cut out herself, by the way. Here I have two photo mats here, or you can put a photo here and then journal here, and you can try to stick little photos in here, or you can add some photos wherever you would see an empty space, basically. So what I did here for the first one is I cut the heart out in red cardstock, and this is a very, very deep red, and then I cut out using the same die and just placing it down and tracing it, because that's what I did to create these photo mats. I created a mat for the red hearts, and I just layered them with the red and the black cardstock. To this one in the back of it, I added some black lace, which I just glued all the way around the die. To the center of that, I added this metal piece, which again I distressed with some rub and buff in black, and I also used some red. Now guys, I did not know that the rub and buff comes in red, but it really does. And I want to share that with you real quick, share with you what that looks like. I was like really surprised, and I've had this in my stash for quite some time. I just haven't used it in like forever. Let me see if I can take that one out. And this is what it looks like, and it's called Ruby. Yeah, so I just used that on both metal pieces. Just a little, for those of you who've never worked with rub and buff, should you decide to get it, a little bit goes a real long way. When I tell you I've had these tubes forever, I do mean forever, and I still haven't run out. Then I took another piece of pattern paper, again creating a mat using my heart die. I just traced it, cut it out. Here I have made a flower using the realistic rose die, also by Diamond Dyes, and as you can see there, I distressed it. I used my stylus to give it some texture on the petals, and then I distressed everything with black soot, and I added another red bling centerpiece to that flower. If I don't know if you can tell, but on this piece of designer paper that I cut out using the die, I added some of this red shiny glittery paper to in between the lines where the words were. This is actually ribbon, and it's a shiny red ribbon, and I just glued it down just to give this little heart some added interest. Over here I have another metal piece that again I distressed with the red rub and buff, as you can see here and over here, and then I stamped out Together and Us, and I just fussy cut them, and I heat embossed them with black embossing powders. and I just glued that onto both metal pieces. To the ends of the metal pieces, I added some of that red, little red rhinestones that I had in my stash. And then to this little heart, I added a lot of little rhinestones all over, scattered about here and there. And that is the heart. And then down here, I have another monarch butterfly. And this is the small one, also by Diamond Dyes, which I added another um, heart bling to the center. And I don't know if you can see that. Then above that, I added this red heart lace that was given to me by my sweet friend Becca a long time ago. I've had this in my stash for quite some time. And I also have this black braided ribbon that I've had in my stash forever as well. And I just put the red heart lace and the black braided ribbon um, there running across the page, just to give me a little bit of to separate this bottom half from the page just a little bit, because that's where, and I usually put the title to my layouts on the top, but for this one I didn't. I actually put the title on the bottom, and it reads, "The first duty of love is to listen." And the reason I chose that for my title was because my daughter and I had a moment that day when we were coloring together, and I was just like really listening to what she wanted to do. And sometimes we as parents, we don't always, of course, we listen to our kids, but sometimes we don't listen. Like, she'll say something to me, and I'm like, if I'm busy or if I'm on the phone, I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I know we as parents, we don't mean to, but sometimes we just do it because we're frazzled or we're overwhelmed. And sometimes, in my case, we're in a lot of pain. And I know sometimes I get cranky from time to time with my kids. And I just want them to know that I love them dearly. And I know that my first duty as a parent, out of love, is to listen to them even when I don't want to. So this is just like a little reminder of that to me. Um, and I cut this out using my Labels One nesting die, and I backed that with black and also with this creamy white colored cardstock. And again, I put another photo corner metal embellishment, which I distressed with the black rub and buff, and I added a red bling there. So my daughter wants this layout. She wants me to put a picture of myself and of her, or maybe us together, which is why I have together and us, because she wants this layout to be about her and me. Um, so I think that's what this layout is going to be for. It will be for a picture of my daughter and myself. And hopefully, I may even decide to take a picture of her coloring. Not the same image, of course, because I already have this down, but maybe a different image. And then she can take a picture of maybe me at my scrapbooking table. So we'll see. But or I can take some pictures from our past. I have plenty of pictures with both my girls. So guys, that's my layout and my Diamond Dye project for today. I hope you're all having a blessed Friday. I hope this project has inspired some of you to maybe think of some layouts to do with your loved ones, being that it is Valentine's Day month, and also to inspire you to either purchase the die, or if you have purchased the die, to create with the die. Um, it is really an awesome size die, and it's so big that you can truly make some photo mats. I mean, this is like almost 5 inches, more than big enough. It really, I think it is over 5 inches. Um, Nope, just about. So, guys, go on over to diamondeyes.com. Like them on Facebook. If you are not a subscriber to their channel, please do so. And I have so many more videos to go. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.